G'day guys, Ray Corcoran here. It's been about a month since I've done my last video, and obviously the world's a little bit crazy right now, so there's been a whole bunch of stuff that's happened in the last month. I've been having tons of conversations with my clients and other friends in business about how we're approaching this, how is our approach evolving, and all that sort of stuff. In this video, I wanted to kind of share a few recent wins that clients have been having, as well as the big learnings and takeaways from those campaigns and stuff that you might be able to apply in your own business. So we've had a few good ones lately. One of them was in the travel space, which you'd think wouldn't be happening at all right now, but we've had a campaign. We did $34,000 in sales from one email. We've got an email sequence that I've sort of created that's going to be going out over the next few weeks. First email is already netted. We've already got $34,000 in sales. Obviously in the travel space, we've had to make a lot of adjustments. It's a very tough market there at the moment. But the big lesson here is people are still buying, and we're proving that right now. So don't believe all the hype in the media. It may be true. There's a lot of people hurting out there, but it doesn't necessarily mean people aren't buying. So that's probably one of my first big points is not everybody is broke right now, and not everybody is not thinking about buying stuff right now. Like travel would be one of the worst spaces, and we're still selling a bunch in the travel space, and I expect that campaign to do significantly more sales as we do more emails and as we launch a Facebook campaign. Second one was in the conference space. So this is another potentially terrible market to be in right now. Obviously all live conferences are pretty much on pause or hold for now. One of my clients, we had to do with a lot of these clients, we've had to do rapid changes to the offer, to the markets we're targeting, to the even services we're offering themselves, how we're structuring all that, how we're communicating all of that. Obviously that needs to be tailored to be appropriate to this market, and we've been doing that. A part of marketing that doesn't get talked about much is LinkedIn ads. To be honest, it's not a very good platform just yet. It's getting better though every day. But we launched a LinkedIn ads campaign for that conference business, and we've been switching a lot of conferences to virtual conferences. So we've pivoted the offer. I hate that word, by the way. I feel dirty having used that word. But basically we've adjusted the offer and made it something that's very relevant and timely and is still valuable at this point. Because we kind of looked at all the conference space right now. A lot of people have spent a lot of money to set up these conferences. They're hundreds of thousands of dollars or multi-seven-figure things at the moment. So a lot of people have done big investment, and now they can't run it due to obvious reasons. So this particular client has a virtual offering, and we've switched to that, and we're seeing some early success there. We spent about $2,900 in LinkedIn ads, and we've done $45,000 in sales so far, with a number of leads being followed up at the moment, which will grow that amount too. Another one is in the online auction space. So I have a client. I can't give all the details. Obviously, it's a lot of these clients don't want to be copied, but basically at a very high level, they do art auctions all around Australia, and basically we switched the offer to doing online ones, and that has been really, really good so far. We've spent, I think it was $3,600. So we did $3,600 in Facebook ads for this particular campaign, and that netted around $120,000 in sales. And all these different campaigns were turned around in a matter of days. The conference campaign was turned around from concept, like initial phone call, to going live with approved ads and a full funnel in 18 hours. So some of this stuff, don't call me if you want stuff that fast, but yeah, it can, I guess I'm just showing how quickly this stuff can be done. So there are a few client results that have been happening in the last couple of weeks, mainly just to show that there's heaps of opportunity out there. It's not all bad news. It is definitely bad news for some people, and it's definitely tough times, but that don't assume that, I don't know what the phrase is, that don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, or whatever that phrase is. It's not all bad news, and there's lots of pockets of growth right now. For example, ad costs are down anywhere between 30 to 50%, depending on what market you're in and who you're targeting. So it's a great time to advertise. A lot of the big whale advertisers are not advertising right now. So it's a great time to advertise if you've got a small to medium business and you do have the funds. It's a great time to advertise. If your offer makes sense, if you can tailor it, or if you can put together a good deal, there's huge opportunity there. Obviously, some people aren't going to be in a position to advertise right now, and that's understandable. But if you do have the cash flow, you do have the budget for it, it's a great time to be building your database, a great time to be adding value to the market. Another thing as well, that is also coupled with the fact that there's tons of people online right now. Obviously, everyone's at home. Social media usage is going through the roof right now. So more people online, lower ad costs creates a really positive environment to advertise if you have the means right now. So I would definitely recommend looking into it. Some people are saying that, you know, everybody should be advertising right now. I don't believe that is true. Some markets just won't make sense. Some offers won't make sense. So I think it's irresponsible to say that everybody can just market like crazy and you'll kill it regardless. That's not true. But I definitely think that you should be out there testing. And that brings me to one of the other learnings, is that you need to find out for yourself. So I think, how did I word it before? Yeah, that's right. So treat everything, I've just got a few notes here. Treat everything as a case-by-case basis. There are so many variables at play in every market, in every product and service and industry, even from different state to state in the country. There's so many variables that determine whether a campaign works or not, and whether your marketing is going to work or not right now. And I really think that everybody should be checking for themselves, because just because Joe Blow up the street has the same type of business as you and they're struggling right now, there could be a million reasons why they're struggling that has nothing to do with whether your campaign could work. They could be horrendous at managing their business. They could have terrible cash flow management. They could have a crap team. They could have a weak brand, a small database. There's so many things that could be causing them to fail right now, and you shouldn't assume that is true for you. It might be true, but it just as equally might not be true. So it's very important to treat everything. If the last couple of weeks have shown me anything, is that things can change very rapidly. Very crazy stuff's happening right now in the market, surprising stuff. So I really encourage you to check for yourself. Look under the rock and see for yourself. Don't leave any stone unturned in this time, because there's heaps of pockets of growth that I'm seeing with clients right now that I honestly wouldn't have thought that would be possible. So we're trying everything, we're testing everything, and we're seeing some good results in a time when people are supposed to be struggling massively. It's definitely not the case. One of the other things I had here was this is a really good opportunity to slow down to speed up. So that was a concept a mentor of mine, Andrew, taught me many years ago, slowing down to speed up. It's kind of some people are calling this situation the great pause, and it is. It's a great chance for you to stop, think about, I was about to say stop, collaborate and listen, but it's more about, in business we can go on, like a treadmill, or sort of the whole endless cycle of just work, but it's a great chance for you to pause, have a think about what are you doing right, what are you doing wrong, maybe look at your product offering, what works for you, what doesn't work. Has your cost base always been too high, and now this is a chance to fix it up? What areas should you be investing in? What team members are you wasting your time with? A lot of these things can start to be addressed that you may have put off up until now. So it's a really, I really believe, this is probably another point, is using this situation to your advantage. For sure it's bad. I'm not minimizing how bad it is, and it's definitely terrible, and could be fatal for a lot of businesses, unfortunately. But for everybody else, you've got to, we can't do much about what has already happened, and we only have a little bit of an impact on what happens going forward, economy-wise. So use this situation to your advantage, whether it's learning, team training, creating content in advance. For those that can't sell right now, or are really struggling to sell right now, have a look at setting up the sale instead of closing the sale. And I think if you can close a sale, go for it. Like, if it makes sense, they need it, they can pay for it, do the deal. Don't make their budget decisions for them. If they're ready to buy, let them buy. A lot of people are assuming and making the decision on behalf of their customer to buy or not, which is just insane. So there's a lot of opportunity out there. I really think this is a great time to reevaluate the structure of your business and how you do things. And moving forward, you can do things in a much smarter way. I know that having lots of conversations daily with my clients and friends in business, a lot of us, I think the smart ones are really using this to restructure their business in an even stronger way moving forward. And I really encourage you to do the same. So I hope you found that useful. There's definitely some wins out there if you look for them. And hopefully they can maybe start to get your brain thinking about this situation, maybe in a more positive light, and seeing how you can use this to your advantage. Sure, it sucks, but there's lots of good things that can come off the back of it. So I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions about your business, or you want some help, or just want to have some general feedback on your approach, happy to help for free. So just feel free to shoot me a message, or just comment below the video, and I'll help you out. Cheers.